It's official. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse will represent XRP at this Friday's crypto summit, and the timing couldn't be more critical. Reports are swirling that Bitcoin may be given preferential treatment over altcoins like XRP. I've been trading crypto successfully for over 380 days, consistently closing every month in profit. In the last 90 days alone, my followers have earned over $29,000 in profits by copying my trades. Want to see my verified stats? Click the first link in the profile description and start copying my trades for free today. Especially when it comes to building a strategic crypto reserve. As expected, Bitcoin maximalists are already rallying for favoritism, championing what is arguably the most outdated cryptocurrency ever created. Yes, we're talking about Bitcoin. But here's the kicker. A new report suggests this bias might actually become reality. And I can't wait to dive into the details with you. Buckle up. It's official. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse will be representing XRP at the highly anticipated crypto summit this Friday. Why is this such a big deal? Reports are buzzing that Bitcoin may be treated differently from altcoins like XRP when it comes to shaping a strategic crypto reserve. Naturally, Bitcoin maximalists will be out in full force, championing their favorite cryptocurrency, arguably the most outdated and inefficient one ever created. Yes, we're looking at you, Bitcoin. But here's the kicker. A certain report I'm about to share might just confirm that this favoritism is the real deal. They just might pull it off. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure what that means, but word is it's coming straight from someone inside the White House. Then there's the bigger question. Can this even happen? Could Trump really create a strategic reserve on his own? The answer might be no, and if that's the case, it's not exactly great news for XRP holders either. There's so much to unpack here. Imagine if it's announced that certain coins in a strategic crypto reserve, maybe even XRP, are exempt from capital gains tax. Wild, right? There's been chatter, and yes, some legit signs that Trump might want this. But can he actually make it happen? Does Congress need to weigh in? Would they even agree? It's a tangled web of questions surrounding crypto policy, and every piece feels like a moving target right now. Honestly, I'm just thrilled Ripple's CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, will be part of the conversation. He's not a crypto maximalist and consistently advocates for fairness while championing XRP's role in the decentralized world. Before diving further, though, let me be clear, I'm not a financial expert. This isn't financial advice. Please don't make any decisions to buy or sell based on what I say or write. Check out this headline. Ripple funds a new crypto nonprofit with a $50 million grant. How cool is that? From the description, it seems like this nonprofit aims to tackle misinformation, something the crypto world desperately needs. And of course, the toxic Bitcoin maximalists aren't thrilled. They thrive on misleading people. So an organization focused on truth and creating a level playing field is bound to ruffle some feathers. Enter the National Cryptocurrency Association, NCA, a brand new nonprofit launched to help Americans make sense of crypto. Just this morning, they announced, proud to launch the National Cryptocurrency Association, dedicated to helping people better understand the world of crypto. As crypto goes mainstream, the NCA is here to cut through the hype and confusion. Looks like the crypto space just got a powerful new ally for education and transparency. We're here to educate, provide guidance, and highlight the real-world impact crypto is having on people across the country. Whether you're already using crypto, holding it, or just curious, you can check out their website and learn how 55 million Americans are already benefiting from crypto in their daily lives. Oh, and here's an interesting tidbit. Brad Garlinghouse chimed in on this. Yes, the Brad Garlinghouse. He shared, Ripple is proud to support the launch of the National Cryptocurrency Association. Over the years, crypto has gone mainstream. Today, 55 million Americans are engaging with it, while many more are asking questions. Where, when, and how can I use this technology in my life? The National Cryptocurrency Association, a chain-agnostic, non-political, non-profit organization, is here to answer those questions by educating and showcasing the practical uses of crypto technologies that are improving lives every day. Independent of Ripple, but a cause we're proud to support. Honestly, I'm thrilled to see another organization stepping in to grow awareness and drive adoption. Here's the thing. There are plenty of organizations claiming to represent the entire crypto space, but do they really? Too often, they're run by smug individuals spouting nonsense about XRP or any coin that doesn't fit their bias. It's exhausting, really. Imagine having a truly chain-agnostic group, one that supports crypto as a whole. I'd be all in for that because, let's face it, XRP holders have truth and facts on their side. Meanwhile, Bitcoin maxes keep spreading blatant lies in their little echo chambers. Oh, and here's a fun twist. Stuart Alderoty, Ripple's chief legal officer, is the president of this initiative. Now that's worth paying attention to. I'm not going to dive into the whole post, but here's the gist. The NCA officially launched today, and Brad Garlinghouse announced he's joining as president, alongside his role as Ripple's chief legal officer. Pretty exciting stuff. But there's a bit of confusion I noticed. Brad mentioned that the NCA is independent of Ripple, though Ripple is proud to support it. Makes sense, right? Well, here's where it gets tricky. There's a post from the NCA saying Ripple established the NCA to demystify crypto. So, did Ripple just support it from day one, or did they actually set it up? Not super clear. Either way, I'm loving the meltdown from toxic Bitcoin maxis over this. Case in point, Alex, 250,000 followers mind you, reposted Brad's announcement saying, "A new enemy of Bitcoin is born, the National Cryptocurrency Association. It just launched, they haven't done a thing yet, but because Brad Garlinghouse supports it, suddenly it's labeled as the new villain for Bitcoin. Classic. Well, guess what? We're going to tear through those ridiculous little fabrications piece by piece. That's exactly what's coming. And if this organization actually delivers on its promises, oh, you better believe it'll be worth watching. This is going to be pure entertainment gold. Honestly, thank you. Bitcoin diehards. Thank you for handing me endless material to create even more videos showcasing just how absurd you guys can be. A few days ago, David Sachs, the White House crypto czar, and a key advisor to the president shared an intriguing post on March 2nd. You may have caught it, but if not, here's the scoop. President Trump announced a strategic crypto reserve made up of Bitcoin and other leading cryptocurrencies. This ties directly to his Week 1 executive order, 14,178, highlighting his bold commitment to positioning the U.S. as the global hub for crypto innovation. Exciting, right? And there's more to come at the upcoming summit. Now, the big question has been, who's attending? Well, here's a clue. On May 2nd, Brad Garlinghouse confirmed his presence in a post, and it's now been verified by multiple sources. But before it was official, Garlinghouse had already hinted at his involvement. One thing's for sure, this summit is shaping up to be an event filled with powerhouse players and groundbreaking updates. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The crypto industry will reach incredible heights if we come together. It's inspiring to see former President Donald Trump share a vision for a government digital asset reserve that truly represents the industry. Maximalism? That's the real roadblock to progress. It's encouraging that the President of the United States recognizes we're living in a multi-chain world. Finally, we're leaving behind Bill Hinman's outdated thinking and the Biden administration's broken SEC policies. I'll keep pushing for this when I'm in Washington later this week. This is great news for anyone unbiased in the crypto space. People like me, and probably most of you listening, who hold a wide range of coins. Sure, call me biased. XRP is my favorite coin, and I'm not shy about it. That's fine, but all I'm asking for is an even playing field. Plain and simple. It matters to me because, yes, XRP is my largest holding for countless reasons, but let's be real. I hold 42 different cryptocurrencies. Respect and fairness for all of them is the goal. And this post? It's the perfect example of why toxic Bitcoin maximalists are so desperate to keep Brad Garlinghouse far away from the top. He's all about fairness, leveling the field for everyone. Meanwhile, these Bitcoin diehards, let's just say fairness isn't exactly their game. They're looking for favoritism. That's the bottom line. And they believe they need that kind of protection because, let's face it, Bitcoin is technologically the weakest cryptocurrency out there. It was the first, yes, but that also makes it the least advanced. So, naturally, they're clinging to any safeguard they can get. But here's the big question. Can Trump even pull this off? The Hill dives into it, asking if Trump has the power to create a crypto reserve. So far, he hasn't clarified whether he'd go the executive order route or involve Congress. If he goes with an executive order, legal challenges are almost guaranteed, according to crypto insiders. Sure, he can issue an executive order, he can say anything he wants, but it's only in effect until it's revoked, expired, canceled, or taken to court, as Kirkpatrick both explained. Executive orders might carry the weight of law, but they're not invincible. If the courts find the president has overstepped, they're toast. Now, let's consider this. Creating a crypto reserve would shake up the economy in a big way. But here's the catch. The president can't just tweak the federal budget with a signature. So the big question is, will they find some clever loophole to make it happen? Without Congress's blessing, how does this even proceed? An executive order like this is bound to face challenges. Sure, it might push forward temporarily, potentially involving XRP, But will it last? Can it truly be implemented? Or is this whole XRP as a crypto reserve thing just wishful thinking for now? That said, maybe a US crypto reserve isn't such a wild idea for the future. The real issue is timing. As the president scrambles to get as much done as possible, does he have the bandwidth to pull this off now? Or will this dream fall into the hands of a different leader? Honestly, we're in uncharted territory here, and the answers are still up in the air. I really hope there's a way to make this happen, maybe through an executive order. But honestly, I've been wondering for a while now, can he actually pull that off? I'm not so sure. Don't get me wrong, I want this just as much as you do, but I can't help being skeptical. Check this out though. Fred Respoli, an attorney in the XRP community, shared an interesting take. He said, "For those claiming XRP, Cardano, etc., can't create a reserve without congressional approval, all I'll say is, this isn't 1789 anymore. The executive branch makes unapproved purchases daily. Do you really think the Fed strictly follows the 1913 Fed Reserve Act? Good point, right? Maybe it's possible after all. Still, I'm not completely convinced just yet, though I'm rooting for it as much as anyone else. Guess we'll just have to wait and see how it plays out." This is a huge moment for XRP. Seriously, big picture stuff. Depending on how things unfold, there's a real chance Bitcoin could end up being treated more favorably, which is a bit concerning. Hopefully, Brad Garlinghouse and others outside the circle of toxic Bitcoin maximalists will step up to challenge that narrative. There's been tons of buzz about Brad being involved in this. Bank XRP first shared a screen grab, and then Scott Melker, aka the Wolf of Wall Street, chimed in too. Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of XRP, seems to be right in the mix. But here's where it gets tricky. Reports are swirling that Bitcoin might get special treatment over altcoins in the US crypto reserve, according to Howard Lutnick's statement. Definitely something to keep an eye on. Exciting developments about a potential US crypto reserve are expected to emerge during the White House's first ever crypto summit this Friday, according to independent political news outlet The Pavlovich Today. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick hinted that President Trump is keen on the idea of a Bitcoin strategic reserve. The president definitely thinks there's something special about Bitcoin, Lutnick reportedly told the outlet. The big question now? How will other cryptocurrencies fit into the plan? Lutnick suggested answers are coming soon. "I think the model will be announced on Friday." According to him, Trump's strategy could give Bitcoin a unique status under this initiative. A Bitcoin strategic reserve is something the president's been interested in for a while. He talked about it on the campaign trail, and I think you'll see it take shape on Friday, Lutnick revealed. But what about everything beyond Bitcoin? Lutnick noted, Bitcoin is one thing. The other cryptocurrencies, the other tokens, they'll be treated differently, positively, but differently. If this sounds like Bitcoin favoritism, well, it just might be. Clearly, the Trump administration has big plans for crypto, and Bitcoin appears to be leading the charge. Howard Lutnick, part of the Trump administration? That's definitely something to raise an eyebrow at, unless, of course, this is just some wild fabrication. And really, who'd even make that up? Feels a bit unlikely, but hey, stranger things have happened. So, if true, what does it mean? Could Bitcoin suddenly get a boost? I mean, it makes sense. Bigger market cap coins tend to draw more investment, so Bitcoin climbing higher wouldn't be shocking. But here's where I'm biased. I'd love to see XRP soaking up the spotlight instead. That would be a win for me. And honestly, I wouldn't complain one bit. To be honest, that wouldn't really be the fairest approach. If you're looking for true balance, there's probably a better way to go about it here. I mean, you could argue for buying an equal amount of every single coin. That's not the worst idea either. But will this actually happen? Honestly, it's hard to say. Sure, there's a big push to make it a reality, and it's something Trump campaigned on. I get that. But can he really pull it off? The structure of this plan is still so unclear. And here's another thing I mentioned earlier in the video. This story from January 31st. Eric Trump announced zero tax for US crypto investors. Eric Trump recently hinted at a game changer for US-based crypto projects like XRP and HBAR. No capital gains tax. Imagine cashing out your profits without Uncle Sam taking a chunk. For investors, this could mean keeping significantly more in their pockets. Personally, the idea of not paying taxes, especially if it's retroactive by a calendar year, feels like a dream come true. If this happens, and I'm selling my XRP this year, it would be nothing short of life-changing. Skipping that 20% long-term capital gains tax, that's a huge amount of money back where it belongs, in our wallets. Just imagine, if that happened, it would change everything for me. Now, I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but I do think it's a possibility. Either way, I'm expecting things to work out pretty well regardless, but wow, talk about the ultimate cherry on top. Seriously, that would be incredible. Here's the kicker. This came straight from Eric Trump himself. I watched the video, and yeah, he's definitely not making this up. Odds are he's aligned with his dad on this. If Trump's listening to Eric, which seems likely, I wouldn't be shocked if this really is how he feels. That said, we're still waiting to hear it straight from Trump himself. But there's a catch. Can he even pull this off? I stumbled across an article quoting Mike Alfred, a controversial Bitcoin maximalist, who claimed, breaking, sources say the Trump administration is preparing to announce zero capital gains on crypto sales at Friday's crypto summit. All right, so here's the thing. I'm not sure if he's actually going to announce this or not, but honestly, that's just the first question. Even if he does announce it, can he actually make it happen? That's where the real debate lies, and I feel like a lot of people in the crypto world, especially the XRP community, aren't really digging into that. Can he do it? Will he pull this off? I mean, I know he wants to, and hey, I love that. I'm thrilled the president is pro-XRP. Wild, right? That's the reality we're living in, and I'm here for it. But let's get real. Can he deliver? Now take a look at this post from Adam Cochran. He's throwing some serious shade at Bitcoin maxi Mike Alfred, who clearly rubbed him the wrong way. Adam said this, "Mike blocked me for fact-checking him, but that's not going to stop me. The president can't unilaterally change the tax code. Only Congress can. It's one of the few powers explicitly granted to Congress in the Constitution. We seriously need mandatory civics classes." He's not wrong. Even if the president announced it or signed an executive order, it wouldn't magically become law. Declaring something doesn't automatically make it valid. It's about more than just saying the words. So, naturally, there's bound to be some pushback here. The big question is, who will push back? And how much will it affect progress? Using an executive order might work, but only until it doesn't. And let's face it, relying on Congress would be the better route. But is there enough drive to make that happen? Right now, the political right holds the reins. So you'd think the appetite might be there. But many states have shown little interest in adopting a crypto reserve, whether it's Bitcoin or something else. On a federal level, can representatives truly align with their constituents to make this a reality? That remains to be seen. These roadblocks are worth considering. It's exciting and could be a game changer, but it's far from a sure thing. The good news? People like Brad Garlinghouse and other rational minds are stepping up. Let's see how this unfolds. Here's an update. Vlad is joining in too. Vlad, the CEO and co-founder of Robinhood, announced he'll be attending President Trump's Digital Asset Summit in Washington, D.C. this Friday. It's a big deal, and the XRP community is already talking. Developer Panos highlighted a key issue: capital gains on crypto, both for companies and individuals, especially when digital assets are used for payments or purchases. It's a valid point. How can crypto work as money when every transaction becomes a taxable event? It adds so much friction, and honestly, it's not practical. Something has to change. I'm glad he's raising awareness about it. Remember though, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't make decisions based on what I say. It's your call, not mine.